Lena never imagined that her life would take such a drastic turn. Forced by her father to marry Ethan, a man recently released from prison, she braced herself for a life of misery. Whispers of his past crimes had already painted a terrifying image in her mind. She expected cruelty, perhaps even violence, but the morning after their wedding, Ethan surprised her with a velvet box. Inside, nestled in silk, were jade bracelets of stunning craftsmanship. Lena assumed they were cheap trinkets from a street vendor, a token given out of obligation rather than care. However, desperate to fund her ailing mother's surgery, she took the bracelets to a jeweler, hoping to fetch a modest sum. The shopkeeper gasped, examining the jade under the light, and then made an offer millions. Lena stood frozen. Just the day before, she had seen Ethan in a heated altercation with another man. Panic settled in her chest. Had he stolen them? She rushed home, determined to convince him to turn himself in. As she prepared a meal, carefully choosing his favorite dishes, she rehearsed what she would say. But before she could speak, Ethan set down his cup of tea, his gaze sharp yet calm. "You think I stole them, don't you?" he asked. Lena's heart pounded. She couldn't deny it. A dry chuckle escaped him. Their family heirlooms. Realization washed over her. She had misunderstood him. Still, her mind reeled with another question. Why had her father chosen her, the overlooked daughter, to marry a so-called criminal? Determined to find out, Lena returned to her childhood home, demanding the dowry her father had promised, 300,000 yuan, a sum meant to secure her mother's treatment. But the moment she stepped inside, her half-sister, Vivian, greeted her with a smug smirk, flaunting a diamond necklace. "Oh, this," Vivian purred, "bought it with the money father promised you." Lena's stomach dropped. Her father had deceived her. He had never intended to help her mother. He had used her as a bargaining chip to secure her sister's future. Rage boiled within her, but she refused to let them see her break. With quiet dignity, she turned and walked away. Back home, she clutched the jade bracelets. Selling them would change everything. Her mother would be saved, they could start anew. Yet, Ethan had entrusted them to her. Would betraying that trust be worth it? Her resolve wavered, and in that moment of hesitation, Ethan's voice broke through her thoughts. "Where did you go?" he asked, his eyes narrowing at her anxious expression. Lena turned to face him, knowing the truth could alter everything between them.